suck it now. All right.
Shucky
All
ducky
right.
quack quack.
Chuck it.
Uh-oh. Turn the mic on. Turn the video for a second.
Oh, shuck it,
We
duck it.
looking. Let them know what we doing, Chef.
Oh no, man. Top rope, catch him. Oh my God. I don't know. Yo, what's good? What's really, really good? Welcome to the Kick Rocks podcast. I got the fellas. Wheel 5 Stud Muffin in the chat. He's present and accounted for. What's really, really good? DP in the building. Chef Justin in the building.
Yo,
JMC in the building. The squad's in the building.
Squad up.
the four horsemen.
Hey, this boy went got crispy for y'all daddies. You hear me? Got the nice shirt on, fresh from the gig. You hear me? Got to get crispy. I see you in your ugly sweater, Chef, over there looking great.
Shout out to Bob Ross, yo. Shout out to Bob Ross.
Shout out Bob Ross.
You know what I mean?
Bob back here. I got a Funko Pop. He back here.
Yo, so what's good, gentlemen? First and foremost, I posted a little thing y'all seeing on the Roman Reigns ongoing saga.
I heard what you said, baby.
Well, listen,
I heard what you said.
All right, so you heard what I said. So I'm gonna put that in the beginning of the podcast, but I wanted to bring it to y'all because I already had my 2 minutes on the soapbox. And the premise for y'all, because y'all was listening to the intro, the premise is I was talking to Jay and I had an epiphany. I had a thought. I woke up in a cold sweat. I was like, wait a minute, hold on. I keep thinking of viable options and viable avenues for this man to lose the title. And then I started realizing, wait a minute, Roman might not lose the title. Wait a minute. He's only 200 something days away from Hulk Hogan. September, he passes Hogan. September is not that far away. What we doing there? He's been champion since the pandemic. Like, so I'm gonna kick it to you. I'm gonna start with the Chef. To be honest with you, the return of Roman Reigns, return of the Tribal Chief. I don't think he's losing.
Turn them lights on, Chef.
Talk to the people, man. Talk to the people.
All right. First and foremost, I acknowledge my tribal chief. That's first and foremost. You got to say it properly. I don't want to disrespect the NOYE family or anybody else related. You know what I mean? So I gotta show respect.
I don't like what's coming after that.
You know what I mean? So I firmly agree with you. It's hard for me to see him losing. They might as well just keep it going. They might as well set a precedent as the new modern era longest reigning champ. I don't see anybody right now that's a threat. They could do so many different things with his character. They could still dismantle the bloodline. They can make him a sympathetic babyface. They could still have more members of the family turn on him. There are so many different things that you could stretch this out, and he could still keep the belt while changing character, while changing narrative. So for me, I'm on your side. I don't see a path for him to lose it, and anybody can step in and say otherwise. But I firmly agree he's the champ until he don't feel like being the champ.
Bruh.
Absolutely. Go ahead, JMC. I want to go last.
First of all, Evan, before I get started, can you tell me how many days it is?
It's like one right now. It's like 1,204.
That's right.
It might be 1,204 days, but it's one beer. Two beers. Okay. All right. So Evan was regaling me with this tale of Roman Reigns, the tribal chief. And the more I got to thinking about it, the more I thought about an end game. I thought about a final boss. I thought about someone to thwart the title reign. Cody is no longer the hottest babyface in the business. There's multiple people that could stake that claim. Cody could be one of them. We got Randy looking jacked.
Okay.
We got CM Punk, not my cup of tea, but he's over. Let's be honest.
Looking jack, and let's be honest, he's looking jack.
He's looking better than ever
For him. Not everybody else. For him. Okay.
For a middle school gym teacher, he looks pretty stout. The more I get to thinking about it, I'm thinking, gentlemen, we're pretty savvy wrestling fans. When are you going to get this opportunity? When are you going to lay all of this groundwork again in a society where attention span is now measured in nanoseconds? When is this ever going to be acceptable again? And the biggest thing that I can contribute to this conversation, because now that Evan has said this, now I'm seeing that all the wrestling pundits are saying the same thing.
Bruh.
They're tapping Evan in my WhatsApp conversation.
Man, on this show.
I thought that shit was scripted. Apparently not. Beside the point, but the only thing that I can add to it is that they've already laid all this groundwork. They're never gonna get to this point again without so much work. And guys, let's be honest, revenue all-time high, ratings very steady, YouTube numbers steady. Roman Reigns, I'm not saying he's not a draw, he is, we know that. Without Roman being on TV, almost out of sight, out of mind, him not being there, that title not being there, Seth Rollins' title being there, Gunther being the strongest Intercontinental Champion of all time, Logan Paul being a mega star in his own right, defending those other titles, the ratings aren't changing. It's okay to do this right now more so than ever. People can complain about Roman not being there, but they're still watching, they're still talking about it, and all the engagement is an all-time high, revenues at an all-time high. There's no better time to strike while this iron is piping hot. Roman Reigns is going to break Hulk Hogan's record. Now, Bruno's record is absurd.
I don't count that.
Yeah, no, yeah. They count Hogan. Yeah,
and Hogan's the only one that's gonna count. I ain't even counting that foolishness.
And I'm the last person that's qualified to talk about this. Don't we? We know WWE's obsessed with numbers, with milestones.
Yes,
milestones. Oh yeah, round numbers, big round numbers too.
And let's call it what it is. If people are going to Google this milestone, don't we want to get rid of any aroma or any stench of Hogan that we may need to? Guys, the positives outweigh the negatives here. I'm a Roman Reigns fan, but there is no reason not to pull the trigger on this right now, guys. I'm sorry. It's Evan's idea. It's his brainchild. I give him full credit for it. I just threw a little. Chef will appreciate this. I threw a little bit of seasoning on it.
Chopped it up, Daddy. Chopped it up a little bit.
DP.
Hey man, I'm loving what I'm hearing over here. Y'all here singing sweet nothings into the sky. The people that haven't known about this. See, I know what you're saying. Y'all speaking that right. Y'all speaking the word. You're speaking the gospel. Feels like I'm listening to a Kirk Franklin concert right now. That's what I'm feeling. Yeah, speak that shit.
Hey, wake me up when he's done.
But look, y'all said all the positive things. Let me get along to the negative. I did not like the fact that Triple H is going to book AJ Styles walking past the bloodline like Debo on the block of Friday, bro. He had Jimmy Uso looking like Red hiding his chain, bro. Get on somewhere. Don't be tucking your stuff out here running through pouring water like a tourist. Get out of here, man. I don't understand that, man. You're supposed to. This dude is like beyond great, like exceptional, impeccable. Like I could not speak in enough superlatives to describe the type of performance Roman Reigns has put on for the last 3 years. But this dude, Buff Chucky, for those of you who don't watch Chucky, tune in.
What the hell is going on right now?
I'm trying to tell you, bro. AJ Styles out here looking like Buff Chucky, bro. Y'all know. Did I tell a lie?
Are you saying Roman's great, or are you saying AJ Styles is great?
Oh hell no. Hell no.
I'm just saying.
Where's it at? Where's this?
Ain't no way AJ Styles.
Like a boo? Damn.
There was more of a gas. There was more of a gas, but
the dude hit a forearm. The dude hit a goddamn forearm on Roman Reigns, and then he had the whole bloodline shivering in me timbers boots. You hear me? I don't understand what's going on here. I don't get it. You can look at the names that he's run through. Look at these names, bro. And then AJ Styles has you aghast. He has you in awe. He has you shook. What the hell are you doing? Y'all tell me, bro. Am I tripping, bro? Y'all tell me, am I tripping?
Were they shook, or did they say like that's your
shook?
One?
AJ Styles stared at them, bro. They was on the ground. AJ Styles stared at their ass and walked past, clean past. Ain't do nothing. Ain't even touch his hair on this goddamn soccer mom's head, boy. I'm trying to tell you.
Listen, hold on, man. Hold on. Listen, shout out to Mon, shout out to Dylan Matthews. Was really good.
I'm trying to tell you, it made no sense.
Yeah, there was Dylan Matthews gave us a yeet. Mon says Roman's a goat acknowledged. And listen,
no yeet.
Listen.
Everybody's full of Fanta tonight.
Listen, Chef, JSC, DP. It all came with we're all saying the same thing, but just in different ways. Like, and it literally me. I've been overthinking this, bro. Why should he lose? And I'm gonna tell you what happened too. The minute I was in SoFi, the minute they didn't pull the trigger in SoFi, that's when I was like, I don't even care now. Oh, he can now, Chef. He can keep the title forever now. I see. He keep it forever now. It is what it is. Once you did that and had that happen, and now I'm looking around like looking at viable competitors, and I got my wish. My wish was create another title. Create another title, put it on somebody that's gonna build the title and make it worth something. Seth was the right choice, and then we can keep it moving. You see what I'm saying? Like, and they did that. So now when it comes to the tribal chief,
which I'm not even trying to cut you off. Even if they would have made Cody the champ of that belt, I would have been fine with it because that would have given him something to do. And we wouldn't be fumbling with whatever we're doing with Cody now.
Whatever we doing with Cody now. Whatever we doing with this Shinsuke Nakamura stuff, bringing up his daddy in subtitles. Ain't nobody trying to hear that.
Right. And I'm not mad that they gave Rollins the belt. Like, he deserves the title. But at the same time, I feel like I agree with you. Like, once they didn't pull the trigger, if you're going to create a second title, you probably should have gave it to Cody or keep it pushing.
Because I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't see Cody winning anything. So everyone's like, "Oh, he's gonna finish the story." Guys, listen, Royal Rumble next month, they ain't even bringing him near Roman right now. They're
not on the same show.
They're not even on the same show. Yo, Cody ain't finishing a damn thing. He ain't finishing nothing but some new ring gear. That's about it. That's all he gonna be finishing, because the Tribal Chief is gonna break Hogan's record, and it's all because of one person, and that's Hogan. Hogan, listen, and every single time I'll wake up in the morning, I ask myself a question: Evan, are you ready to forgive Hogan yet? And I'm telling you, and I'm always almost there. And I said it to my wife. I say it to everybody that listens to me. Every time I'm about to do it, I wish to God I did not hear the audio. Even if it was a transcript, I would be less pissed. I had to hear the audio. I had to hear, and Chef, the number of N-words dropped.
Oh, no, don't get me wrong.
It was just so many.
But so how do you feel about him? I just saw that he got baptized, and he's trying to move on to a new chapter in his life. Thoughts. Yep. Thoughts. Room. Anybody got a thought?
Listen, you know what? I put it to you. I put it to you like this. Even Jeffrey Dahmer got saved. I'm gonna put it to you like that.
That's fair.
Let me see. If you want me to go there, let's go there. Even Jeffrey Dahmer got saved. Think about what I just said there. So by the letter of the law, depending on what you believe in, Jeffrey Dahmer is kicking it right now with Jesus. He kicking it. They over here playing tetherball together in heaven right now. If that's where you want to go.
Can we keep it a buck?
Keep it a buck. Keep it a young buck.
Okay, so Chef, I don't know how well you know Evan and his lovely wife Heidi, but there's probably not two more accepting people on this planet of all walks of life. And in case you can't tell, I'm of the Caucasian persuasion, and I think I can forgive a lot of things.
Sure.
And I'm probably I am the last person who's qualified on this panel to talk about this. But I just think there's mistakes, and there's malicious intent.
Mm-hmm.
There's patterns, and there's a stark difference between all of those things.
Oh no, yeah, absolutely.
And again, never, and Evan would probably agree with me on this, and I'm not speaking for him, but never will we diminish his contributions to the industry, bringing it to
I call him one of the 4 pillars of wrestling, and I will always call him that. I will always call him that.
Has to be, but what I heard and saw, it just, I don't know how you forgive that, because if it was, I mean, in 40 years, that word has never come out of my mouth, even in a joking manner. And it won't.
That's my thing. Without belaboring, listen. That's my thing. And if Jay feels that way, I feel that way. WWE, they're still thinking about that. Trust me. And they're like, wait a minute, who better to wipe away that than Joseph Anoa'i? Who better? Who better? Now listen, now PAW's in the chat right now being like, he said WrestleMania 40 needs to end with a changing of the guards. Epic ending, Reigns winning isn't it. Now, wow. I hear you, and I actually would agree with you, bro. But I'm just sitting here like, at this point, bro, I'm telling you, after 39 and SoFi, no Dwayne, I'm like, Chef, I don't care.
I hear you. I hear you, and I hope PAW doesn't keep breaking clipboards when he sees that Roman Reigns is going to lose his belt.
That's a callback right there.
Wouldn't you guys argue the fact that if a champion retains, and I'm gonna get to the positive and the negative of this. Everybody's expecting a title change at Mania, and a changing of the guard would be, we're going to deviate from the norm. He's going to retain, and we're going to set a new precedent. Our longest reigning champion is now someone who grew up in the business, loves the business, respects the business, has led the charge, and has been loyal for years.
Never gets into trouble.
Right.
Ever.
Is a family man. And now we call it what it is. And there's a pro and con to this, and I want you to know what I genuinely, as a person, want to know.
My bad, fellas. I had to.
You good, bro?
Off for a second. Daddy, I'm sorry. I just gotta, work at a bank.
Hey, yo, Chef. PAW said he bought titanium clipboards.
PAW. Hey, me and JMC the only one. Hey, M got for her too. Y'all be keeping that body looking fresh. Hey, I like that. I'm telling you, bro. Chef, you and the flyers, Chef, I know.
Appreciate that.
I'm trying to tell you, bro. You need to give these people tips.
What'd you say, Jay?
Evan, you know as well as I do. Now let's just be honest, gentlemen. All the good stuff I just said about Joseph is 100% true. WWE can also say, look how progressive. Look at us. Now we have a handsome minority. He's leading the charge for a company. Oh, those old ways have died. This is a new publicly traded company. We're on every channel, every streaming service. Look how buttoned up and professional and accepting and progressive. So does that not check every box? And at the same time, if you're an actual wrestling fan and understand what Joseph Anoa'i, Roman Reigns has contributed to the industry and his family's contributed, how can you be mad at that? But also at the same time, WWE will do that just to pat themselves on the back and say they did it. We know this. It's not that far-fetched.
Well, I agree. Listen, I agree with everything you guys are saying. Now, listen, here goes the thing, though. Here goes the beautiful part about it. There's many reasons why I'm on this thing that I'm on right now. Not just because I had an epiphany and I literally dreamt about this happening. It's because they burned me last year. They burned your boy. I was over here doing the same thing, but in reverse, being like, it's time. Now y'all are finally beating me into submission. Y'all have finally put me in the Cobra Clutch. Y'all finally put me in the $1 Million Dream, and old Mackey's done now. So don't try to play with me now. Just seriously, Monday. But listen, don't okey doke me now, because now you got me. Because when I was in SoFi drinking all the Cody Kool-Aid, and I told you I've been to many wrestling shows, that is the hottest crowd I have ever heard. Maybe it's the SoFi acoustics, but how the hell can it be the acoustics when the place is so big? It was the loudest, most sure, most certain fan base I've ever seen in my entire life. And when they did not pull that trigger, that's when I was like, I'm done.
As a Roman guy, I was terrified. That boy said, That pyro went all the way down the ramp, bro. The SoFi exploded. I said, "Oh my God, it's happening." Oh,
Yeah.
it's happening.
I was sure
bro. And I was okay with it. And I'm a Roman guy. I was good with it, bro. It was there. It was there for the taking, bro. They built it. I don't know if they can build Rome again, man. Like they haven't built another guy since then. They built Sammy. They built Drew.
Who is there?
There's nobody. The Rock.
That's it. And I told you, The Rock versus Roman for the title is stupid.
It's dumb. Or CM Punk.
You got it, Jeff. What's up?
Because don't forget, CM Punk did beat the Shield in a handicap match.
That's fair. So remember when I started my diatribe, I said, it could be another family member turning on him. What if it's the next heir? What if it's Solo who turns on him?
You see the thing. Your logic is sound though, Shep. Here goes my thing about that kind of stuff. Your logic sound like, but why would he? Why?
To separate himself.
But why though? You know what I'm saying?
Because everybody, we can talk into a blue in the face, but personally, I don't look at Solo
like he's Virgil. They're not treating him like Virgil. He's like an equal.
If you look at all right, hold on, man. I wrote a list of names down. That was for women, bro. There was a list of names.
Damn.
I got notes. I got homework, baby. I'm ready, bro. I got catchphrases, bro. I'm ready. No, but let's go through this thought exercise, okay? Randy Orton, Solo, world champion. Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes. Apparently, Cody Rhodes is how he's been built. I mean, Seth Rollins, you got Drew McIntyre, you got Sami Zayn, you got Kevin Owens, you got a litany of wrestlers that you can go through before you get to Solo Sikoa and actually think if he can go out and get a world championship match. Now, this whole tribal era, I think that, like to Chef's point, that could be a red herring throw you off the scent that he's about to turn on him and he can start his own bloodline. And then Roman's going eventually. So when you
Roman turning on Solo makes more sense.
Oh, why wouldn't Solo? No, they already planted the seed. They planted the seed. They planted the seed. Me and Chef saw they planted the seed on SmackDown when they he said, "You're my brother," and then he went like this, and he's telling me right. He said, "You're my brother," and then they cut off. So there's
that makes no sense, though. It doesn't make any sense.
They made sense in the last 6 months in the bloodline.
But let me say. Here goes my problem right here. And I put it at the bottom. Solo next in line. WWE is trademark tribal era for the people that are listening. And PAW, the belt god, said something that made me say something. I'm gonna say because I ain't heard nobody say it yet. So I'm gonna say it. Damn it. And I agree with PAW. I don't think Solo is him. I don't think he's Hemi. I don't think he's Hemi Neutron. And PAW says Solo is dry. Dry's putting it mildly. So he's not. He is not Himothy. He's not.
That man's name is not him.
Listen. I am. This is what I'm talking about. WWE. You can't just you can't tell me who I'm supposed to root for.
No.
That you ain't gonna make me think Solo's a tribal heir because you trademark tribal heir. Solo got at least put together 2 sentences before he's even on the level. I don't give a damn what Roman Reigns say either.
But does he though?
Yes. You have to talk to be a superstar in WWE. Period. Even the Undertaker talked. Even Taker talked.
But who else is standing there next to them that can talk for him?
Paul Heyman ain't gonna be around forever. He ain't gonna be around forever.
When Roman's gone, he's gone, man. He's not staying around. He's told everybody.
And you're right about that, Chef. You're not wrong. If they're gonna do the easy way out and give Paul Heyman be bailing everybody out. Paul Heyman got more buckets of water bailing out people than anybody in the world. He's every single time somebody can't cut a promo, the first person answer is go to Paul Heyman. I'm like, damn, y'all, he's underpaid then. That he's underpaid because at the end of the day, even Brock Lesnar can cut a promo by himself. He can.
He making up for it now, though.
He can. My thing about it is you can't keep telling me Solo. I'm like,
What if we're talking about 3 years from now?
Man, it's all right.
If we talking about for man, that's how I'm sorry.
What JSC? What is it about him that makes you think he could be Hemi?
Hemi Neutron.
I think so. If that is the direction they're going to go, he needs 2 years minimum to get there.
But what about him that brings that thought out of your brain?
I
don't see it either. I don't see a super mega.
Okay. All right, Chef. All right, we got 3 on. We don't see.
Now Jacob Fatu, Hemi neutron. That dude right now versus Roman Reigns for the title of WrestleMania, I would buy 5 tickets for that. Like that. That's crazy.
I mean,
Jacob Fatu is the truth.
In the end, gentlemen, I feel like at different points we doubted every member of this family. Like
you're right. I doubted Roman. I doubted Roman.
At some point we doubted. Right, we doubted the Usos.
This is a good point.
Like the Rainbow Warriors, right? That we doubted all these dudes at some point.
I didn't care, man.
But none of them. Chef. You're so spot on with that. But none of them have had to be the flag bearer except for Roman. And if Solo's going to be that guy, I think he needs 2 to 3 years.
They're saying tribal heir. They're saying Roman Reigns. And the Usos, I'd never doubted. To me, Usos are always a tag team. Even though but that's what I said. And you can check the tape. I remember I said that shit. I remember I said that shit on the bump, and they literally like chuckled when I said that.
Yeah, so, but what happened?
Now what happened? They chuckled. The people on the show chuckled. I go, oh, am I tripping? Oh, okay. They came out the womb tag team. What the hell are you talking about?
It's funny that they chuckled on the bump because that's the last time anyone ever reacted genuinely. Shut
the hell up.
Baby, tell them.
But listen,
we your hype man over here.
Y'all the best. But listen, but the Usos to me, I never doubted. But Chef, where you and I part ways is I don't think the Usos are solo acts. I'm sorry.
Wait, are you guys? I agree with. Are you talking about soon? Or are we talking about 2 to 3 years from now?
I'm cool with 2 to 3 years from now.
I'm cool with 2 to 5. You don't know what the future.
He's 30 years old. He's 30 years old.
But it took Roman Reigns till 2020.
You're right. Exactly. So when
you gotta give him time. I ain't give him about 5 years, but we don't know. We don't know what he could be.
In theory, the story itself is there and it makes sense. Jay's not ready. Jay's phenomenal. He's not ready.
Ain't no way Solo Sikoa gonna be bigger than Trick Willie. I don't give a damn what nobody.
But he definitely is because they let you know he beat Cena flat on the mat. 1, 2, 3. That's how they let you. That's how they let you know. Everything that Chef's saying is 100% correct, regardless of what I'm talking about. WWE. The reason why I love that company is people overthink that company. They tell you exactly what they want. He pinned Cena's shoulders flat to the mat quickly. It was damn near a squash match. It was damn near a squash match.
Beat him at WrestleMania. Now look at Austin Theory.
Austin Theory cheated. You're both right. I know.
Listen. PAW said yes. In the world where CM Punk, Randy, KO, LA Knight, Solo crossed arms ain't it.
I'm just saying, bro. He just walked clean past him. Like, bro, I was like, damn, AJ, you look great. You look great. I'm like, damn, bro. He buff. You don't walk clean past the bloodline. They do shit. They just stood there like, go ahead, sir. We don't want these problems. We don't want these
knowledge, though. To DP's point, AJ Styles is 15 years older than Solo Sikoa.
Bruh.
Sanity.
Irresponsible father. He could be his daddy for real.
Daddy.
Chef hilarious. He's like y'all shenanigans.
Yo, let me segue real quick, man. I got it on the ticker, yo. Kenny Omega on the shelf. And nothing that bothers me more than when a wrestler of his caliber is legitimately hurt that people immediately go work. Fans don't think I forget. Y'all said Roman's leukemia was a work. I don't forget none of that. I don't forget none of y'all. I don't forget none of y'all's foolishness, man. I'm like, damn, WWE would not fake leukemia. Like, damn. Like, so Kenny Omega's legitimately hurt. And DP, what were your thoughts just on Kenny Omega being hurt? Is it a setback? You feel is he winding down? Like when you heard that he was hurt, like what were your thoughts?
My first thought was I think he missed the boat on the contract to WWE because, and it's not, and I'm not trying to take any shot at AEW. AEW, this isn't against the company that y'all are, but the style of wrestling you are and the type of mileage that he's put on his body, and he continues to do it. something's bound to happen. Now, diverticulitis is a sickness. I think he knew it a little bit before he led on, and it upset me. To how the hell you gonna book him for a pay-per-view, but now you're sick, and then you got to cancel the match. That sucks for the fans because it could have been their only chance to see Kenny Omega. And diverticulitis is something that comes over you. He kind of knew he was sick. He said he tried to work through it, and I get it. We all are trying to be tough guys sometimes. I'm just saying it sucks for the fan. And also, it's like thing after thing after thing after thing. It was a hernia, it was a knee, it was a neck, it was a back, it was a shoulder, it was an ankle, it was a this, it was a that. And it continues. Like the dude got hip tossed onto a bed of nails, and then it bounced up and cut him again. It's like, why are you doing this to yourself? And you could have had a WrestleMania match against Roman Reigns. Probably. Boy. He could, bro, think about it like this. He could have took CM Punk's spot. And if the WWE puts the machine behind that guy, like they've been doing, he'd have got over.
Seth and Kenny Omega would burn the house down.
Down. And it's unfortunate. Now he's on the shelf, like you said again. And when will it end? And now he's signed for however many years. And it's the style that AEW works. It's the type of matches, and they're not going to let him sit back and have the type of career that he should have, being the position that he's in, because I'm elite. I'm part of all elite, this, that, and the third. And my name, and then you want to be this workhorse, but at the same time, they're not protecting you as a workhorse.
Woo. Chef.
Oh, let me stop, man. Oh, man, left the mic hot, man. Go ahead, Daddy.
So you talked about, not taking shots, but the safety's off the gun. I mean, whatever we say,
damn!
It's meant to hit. It's meant to hit the target. I mean, it is what it is. Like, you shooting and you're not missing, and you can't apologize for shooting at a target that's right in front of you. Like, it is what it is. In terms of Kenny, listen. In terms of Kenny, look, I'm just being honest with y'all.
You been a buck, man. That's why you on the show.
In terms of Kenny, when you put this in the rundown, I thought it was going to be about him and Jericho and their terrible promo and how Kenny don't need to have a microphone. Oh, I'm sorry. So when I actually looked into it, I was like, man, that's unfortunate, because you don't want this kind of thing to happen to a man.
No, you do not.
It does. Like, I agree with DPJ. He could have been in the E and just gone in so many other different directions. I get staying with your guys. I get staying with your team. Run with the people who brought you to the dance or whatever.
That's fine.
With that, so it is unfortunate, and he just has to deal with the circumstances of what he was doing and ignoring, putting it off, and it's just another testament to all of us when it comes to like our health and managing our health and going to the doctor and just keeping up with, making you first. And, but I get it, because these guys have sacrificed everything for the business, and
they have
for the love of wrestling. But man, you just got to sit your ass down and go to the doctor and take time off. And now he has to take time off when he could have just, handled the situation and let the diagnosis happen and recover and all of that. And you wouldn't have to be hospitalized if this was managed properly. So that's all I got.
Before I kick it to you, Jay, I say it before and I'll say it again, man. And I use this example a million times, because to me it's the most important example I can ever use, because you know what this guy represents. Y'all know what Ricochet represents. Trevor, y'all know what Trevor represents. I was with my wife in Penn State, and I was trying to film this one thing that I was working on that didn't come to fruition because the pandemic hit. And I was like, damn. So like, I'm over here like walking around, and he's like, he daps up Heidi. Hi, my name's Trevor. And I started talking to him about like Lucha Underground, his career on the indies, things like that. Do you want to do more, high risk stuff that you did in the industry back in the day? He goes, and I quote, I did. WWE said no. That was the story. The story was not. This wasn't going to be. This isn't a long story. It wasn't going to be fantastical. There's no tricks to my story. He said WWE said No. You do enough spectacular stuff. That stuff you did there was great.
Shit,
yep. But here, you're a commodity.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be one of the greatest superstars to kids in the world. We can guarantee you that. All this 540 splashing on the concrete shit, we're done. And I go, how does that make you feel? He goes, great. He said, my body feels great. Mm-hmm. There's no slander here. He goes, I feel great. And I go, and that's Ricochet, man. Don't nobody flippy dippy like Ricochet.
Well, the other guys, AEW still doing flippy shit now.
You see, I rest my case. That was years ago. It was before the pandemic. See what I'm trying to say? The reason why I'm bringing this up, guys, that was before the pandemic. Have we not seen Ricochet featured often? How's he looking?
Just fine.
Looking pretty sprightly, isn't he? That was about 4 years ago. He's looking awful crisp. If you don't mind, if I'm not me saying, JMC, what say you?
Yeah, first of all, I love all you guys, man. You guys have such great takes, and you make me laugh at the same time. I agree with most of what you said, and kind of add a little bit to it when you can. But when I saw Kenny's tweet, I felt sad because, like Chef, I was like, I can't wait to roast that Jericho and Kenny.
Nah, it's on
here. And
it's something with our computer.
Now I think, like, when I'm watching it, I'm like, he's probably suffering through this, and because he's an EVP and because he wants to do the best for the fans, and I really do genuinely believe that Kenny has the fans' best interest in mind, whether it is the pulse of what the mass media wrestling fans want or not, that's beside the point. But now I'm like, man, he was really probably just trying to go out there and do his job and respect Kenny. And I think Kenny, I think Kenny's the most talented. I felt sad. I felt unfortunate and sad for him. Kenny's damn near 40 years old. And I'm sure he's made plenty of money, but at the same time, I wanted Kenny to do whatever he wants to do, but I did want to see him at WrestleMania and get that payday. And, like, we invest in you as a character, and actually we start to like the human and the person behind Kenny more than the character, more than the wrestler. And we just want to see you be healthy and see you perform and do what you love.
Yes,
we are invested.
Absolutely.
That's what the point. That's what this point is. This ain't trying to. I'm not talking bad about Kenny. I say, bro, stop. You don't
He's
have
one of the greatest ever.
But you don't have to do that stuff for me, man. I don't.
That's what I'm saying. Like, one of the things
you have to do that for the AEW diehards.
No, they can kick rocks for real. They can kick rocks. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit what they think because they're not going to be in the hospital bed with him when he's crippled for real.
And Shawn Michaels said it very well, and whether he meant it in a nefarious way or not at the time. Whether he was threatened by Rob Van Dam when Rob Van Dam was coming up, one of my favorite ever. They're both my favorite ever. But he was like, I just think RVD tries to do too much in every single match. And now when you look back on it, you're like, yeah, dude, I was impressed by the Rolling Thunder. I don't need to see every single time.
No.
Holy hell. Will Ospreay almost killed Kenny. Kenny almost killed Will Ospreay. I want you guys around to do the shit that I like to watch you do, please.
Correct. And that's always my point. I don't give a damn about this fake 5-star stuff. They don't give you an award. A gold star when you were in class was to keep your ass in line. It didn't mean shit. And it didn't mean nothing. Like this 5-star match this internet has created, that is not going to protect you in the long run. To me, watching you as a competitor is watching you as a competitor. We could say whatever we want to say. Randy Orton, 20 years in the biz before he had to have a major surgery. 20 years, man. Like, damn.
To that point, they talk about Miz all the time because he works. They're like, oh, he's so sloppy, but he works safe. And when Kenny and them kill each other, okay, cool, you got to pop that night. Oh, it's impressive. And the needle goes beep. I don't know, man. I admire what they did, and sometimes if you like Mick Foley had to do certain things to get there in the first place, right? But like, I don't know, man. I felt when I saw if the question is how did you feel, I felt like I almost, like, not to quote Hangman and Seth Rollins, apparently it's like, dude, I almost pity you because it's like you don't realize how good you actually are that you don't have to do that.
You don't have to do that.
Yeah,
you don't have to do that. Yeah. I like that's. It's well said on all counts. I like all your takes. I like exactly where you took it from.
Seth, if you ask me, is in God mode, and that's after he's blew his knee out. and he was probably his move repertoire, if you will, before he tore his ACL was way better than it is now. And look at Seth Rollins, and that's with what a bad back, a bad knee. They say his other knee's messed up. Dudes put together by spit and glue. You know what I'm saying? And he's out here doing everything that he needs to do to be at the most over. This is the point where he's the most over in his whole career.
100%. He's definitely the most over in his whole career.
And it's not to say that he's not a phenomenal wrestler at this point in time, but he's not what he used to be, and we all know that. But that's the point. And then when you get older in the game, you don't need as much, and you know how to work the crowd more, and that's what he's
tell stories.
In his repertoire. Kenny Omega it would behoove him to study Seth Rollins and learn.
Your job is to tell stories. Stop listening to these fans that are online. The real fans are the ones that are in the arenas moving merch. The ones that are online are the ones that are trying to ruin wrestling. The ones that are on the road and traveling overseas and paying them their hard-earned money and going to these meet and greets. Those are the real fans. Those are the ones you need to worry about. Don't stop worrying about what these knuckleheads saying on social media. With the fans that really know what they know, you are there to tell stories. It is theater. Don't let nobody tell you any different. It's theater. It's theater with great athletes and the best wrestlers of all time. Everyone keeps on talking to me about their matches that they like. This was a great wrestling match. Cool. I see great wrestling matches in indie shows all the time. What's the stories you remember the most? What story captivated you the most? I guarantee you have a different answer. We all have I'm not joking. I go to an indie show right now and see a great match, a wrestling match, but people need stories. Kenny Omega is great. He can tell stories. He can wrestle the way he wrestles. I don't need him smashing his head on stuff and dropping himself on concrete. I don't need him to do that. Now, if fans out there that do, then okay, then just hopefully there's a GoFundMe, y'all pay his hospital bills for real. That's always my takeaway from people that are like, Evan, what are you talking about? It's his choice. I go, no, it's not. Any real athlete has no choice. Yeah, how many athletes have you seen get a concussion and won't go back in the game? No, you can't tell an athlete he has a choice. No, they don't. You have to protect athletes from themselves. Everyone knows that. Any real competitor, you have to protect from themselves. Are you kidding me? Like, seriously. So, like, to Kenny Omega, diverticulitis, whatever the hell it is, it's always something. I need him to get healthy, get better, come back and wrestle safe, man. Because the industry's better with him in it, not without him in it.
Evan, if we're talking about stories real quick, and I know on the holiday shows, a lot of times, if you want to say it was Vince, go ahead and say it. But all the tomfoolery that often comes with holiday shows, how entertaining was R-Truth on Monday night?
Very.
R-Truth he's obviously a tremendous athlete. That dude has, in my opinion, is a national treasure. Knows how to tell a story, knows how to be entertaining without at his age, and I'm sure he can still go in the ring. But that's a prime example of like him knowing what his role is and what he contributes to the company. He doesn't need a title. The crowd was so hot for like, if you really, I think I was texting you, Evan. I was like, if you analyze it, this is dumb and stupid, but it was so good.
So good because he's telling a story to the crowd, not to a bunch of internet trolls that are just trying to get a couple cheap pops online. He's telling a story to the live audience and the people that understand that this is a craft and that these are still human beings out here. And because it gets a little toxic online and I get a little annoyed. So when you see somebody like an R-Truth pull up and do something silly for us all to laugh about, that's the stuff I'm talking about. Yeah, Will Foster cut the promo right there. Yeah, look what happened to Adam Cole. Did he ever get hurt in WWE? I could be wrong, but I don't think he ever got really hurt in WWE. I go, not really. Like, put it like this, to put a bow on it, my whole thing is I need these wrestlers that are at the top of their game. I need them to just to stay safe. That's all this is really about. That's all this is all this is about for me. It's not trying to criticize Kenny Omega. It's just genuine concern for somebody that I think is one of the best to ever do it. And to be completely honest, and I think he wasted way too much damn time in Japan. That's my personal opinion. But way too much damn time in Japan. Way too much damn time in Japan. Lord have mercy.
Like Chris Berman, back, way too much.
Oh, like way too much time. Like damn. But that leads me to something I usually don't normally do to lighten the mood a little bit. Every now and then I gotta get serious on this damn podcast for real, because that kind of stuff kind of I think about that kind of stuff when I hear somebody's going to be on the shelf. But every now and again I can spread a little holiday cheer. Old Chef Justin T. Getting close to the holidays, and I decided this. Mackie wanted to spread a little holiday cheer. You ain't know this was coming.
I'm
gonna spread a little holiday cheer. Chef, you got about 2-3 minutes to gush over the resurgence of Joe Flacco.
The
floor is yours.
He said I got the floor. Let me tell y'all something. There is a long list of mediocre quarterbacks that the Cleveland Browns have had on their roster and have trotted out there, and we have gone out there and bought their jerseys, and we have supported these mediocre ass dudes, whether it's Johnny Manziel, whether it's old Baker Mayfield, whether it's Brady Quinn, whether it's Spurgeon Wynn or Jason Campbell or Trent or Jake Delhomme or Jeff Garcia or
Tim Couch.
The old Tim Couch, old Kelly Holcomb.
Kelly Holcomb.
Joe Flacco he's on that ayahuasca or whatever Aaron Rodgers thought.
Shut the hell up.
Because I swear, which is funny. I watched
just sprinkle a little bit of the seasoning, Chef.
I watched Joe Flacco beat the Cleveland Browns as a member of the New York Jets, and they still put Zach Wilson back in the game. And refused to play Joe Flacco because Joe Flacco was clearly a threat to Zach Wilson and whatever confidence he had, which he was garbage anyway. And so they cut him, and my man was on the couch with us watching TV, watching the games. He's going to save us, and we might win a playoff game. And I cannot appreciate that man. He said it doesn't matter how much.
Hey man, that's a poor man's John Elway. I don't give a damn what
he said he didn't care how much he was getting paid. He said he was so happy to be playing again and to be accepted in that locker room. They love that man already.
Hey, we was in the chat, man. We all do. We was watching that last drive.
I said to myself, if this dude wins this game, I said I'm gonna give the chef the floor. I said if he wins this game, I'm gonna let him cook on this podcast. I'm sorry, because that was an incomparable comeback.
If they
got it to Joe Flacco,
keep going, I might have to write a 5 on my.
They got the defense to win the Super Bowl.
I might have to duct tape a 5 on my 3 and write.
I wouldn't want to see Cleveland in the playoffs.
No, absolutely not. Nope, that's a team you do not want to see.
Miles Garrett with that chain on the sideline, bro. Hell no. I won't run into that guy in the dark.
Miles Garrett could be in the WWE right now.
Right now. I say it before and I'll say it again. A solid pass rush, not turning the ball over. You can get anywhere. You can get anywhere, man. You get anywhere if you can get after the quarterback.
Hey,
that's why I say he's for poor man's John Elway, because that dude is clutch. I ain't talking about his whole career. I'm talking about in the playoffs. Dude, ask Tom Brady about Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco got a Super
Bowl. hey, he one Lee Evans drop away from being 3-0 versus
3-0.
Hey, shout out to Lee Evans. I actually grew up with Lee Evans.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it a buck in these streets, man. Joe Flacco, hey, he about to get to the Hall of Fame. If he win a Super Bowl for Cleveland, if he win a Super Bowl for Cleveland,
listen, we getting
they're gonna be on the show for 3 months.
There's certain things I've been trying to draw from when it comes to this the AEW product. Different things, a lot of things I look for. Listen to them, Maxwell Jacob Friedman today. He was getting interviewed by somebody, and he was just talking about he says what I always said. He goes, bro, we're 4.5 years old. He was like, isn't Raw like the longest episode I run the TV show in history? I go, yeah. He goes like we're young, and I go, And I think that always gets lost in the shuffle. And if you remember that and stay on task, why that gets lost in the shuffle? Because his boss keep yapping. Like his boss that's why it gets lost in the shuffle. People would have way more sympathy if you just, you know what I mean? And just, you ain't see the Wizard of Oz until the end of the movie. You see what I'm saying? You ain't see the Wizard of Oz through every single frame and every single scene and I don't want to see how the soup was being made, chef. Chef, just serve me the soup, bro.
Yeah.
I trust that the chef makes the soup adequately. I don't need to see what you make. I look at the menu. I know the chef in the back's gonna do his damn thing, and he's gonna bring it out. That's why people get. But I hear what MJF is saying. My point is, one of the things that's been going on. Everybody has their opinion on it, but we're getting close. We're getting close to the show, and I put this in the ticker. I say it's the devil bid. Final pick, going around the horn. Start with JMC. Who is the devil?
So I never want to be a fence straddler. I had two theories going into 2 nights ago, and I literally said at any given time.
On the fence now.
No, we're not going to do that. I'm just going to tell you where my head was at the time. I said, so if at any given time you could put Kenny Omega anywhere in AEW and it would make sense because he's so pivotal to the company. Now you can't do it. The only thing that makes sense for any sort of payoff.
Don't do it.
That will be fulfilling.
Don't do it.
If it's not Bay, it makes no sense. So if it's not Adam Cole at this point, it makes no sense.
Can he walk?
No. So it still makes no sense. And I'm not saying his injuries work. So
it's not. I can assure you it's not a work. I can assure you.
I agree with you. I 1000% agree. So this, not only with everything all the momentum that WWE has built up, all the cachet, and if MJF is still a free agent in any way, shape, or form, and you want to make this fulfilling to him, you can't just make it MJF was pulling the wool over everyone's eyes and he's a heel. He's already done that. You can't just do this. My personal preference, I wanted it to be Kenny out of nowhere because no one saw it coming. Now, it never really made sense anyway. But I wanted just Kenny to say I was fed up with where the company that I started was going, and I didn't like the direction, and I don't believe that Max is a natural leader, and he's become soft in this new persona that he has. Okay, that's out the window. I'm not saying they ever were going there. I'm like, let me think outside the box for a second. If it's not Adam Cole,
bye-bye.
Thank you. I don't know. I don't know that anything else will be adequate enough to make it a payoff that we still have to pay $50 for. If I have to bet my life on it, I'm going with Adam Cole.
Okay.
Listen. I swear to you, I'm telling you, I told it to Jay already, but look, yo, you know what? I don't even want to talk with Chef Big that face. Chef, what you got to say?
What you got to say, Chef? Why you always look like that, bro?
I wish y'all could listen. Everybody listen to the podcast. This is actually a podcast primarily, so anybody hear the sound of my voice, Chef is making a face, and I was about to cook, but I can't cook before the chef cook because he's making a very disrespectful face. Very disrespectful.
I told him,
I'm not cooking, but the pilot is on low. I'm not cooking, but the other.
Oh, you simmer? It's
marinade, man. It's marinade.
It's not done. It's
talk to me, man. What's going on, brother?
I think it's Jack Perry.
You can't take it.
And I don't know why, but I did it just to piss off David Perry.
I would be so happy if it was. I swear I'd be so happy.
I don't have any logic behind it. I feel like it could be a litany of guys. It could be some sort of group. Did he write down Jack Perry? Yes, he did. See? I didn't even see his notes.
If it's Jack Perry, I would be so happy.
I didn't even see his notes. I feel like it should, logically, it should be a bunch of guys that he pissed off through the years, or that he screwed over, or he betrayed them, whatever the case, So but for some reason, something in me said Jack Perry, and I didn't see his notes. I had not talked to David before now. That's just my feeling. That was straight from the gut. That was
honor. I didn't know.
So Dave, you wrote the notes. Can you elaborate on why we think is Jack Perry?
Jungle Boy.
Where is Jack Perry?
I don't know where Jack Perry. I don't know.
Suspended indefinitely for a guy who got fired, I guess.
And listen, I want to be clear. I want to be clear. He had nothing to do with CM Punk.
First and foremost, with any reveal, it's always lackluster. You tell me a good reveal.
A good reveal?
Good reveal.
Tommy and the Power Rangers, the Green Rangers.
I'm talking about WWE.
That's a good one. Okay. That's a good one though.
And then Tommy as the White Ranger when y'all thought he was dead.
I was gonna say Kaiser Soze, but I guess that's not.
Listen, I'll take. He's over there.
Professional wrestling, daddy, brother, sister, mama, brother.
Oh, listen. Listen.
About that WWE.
White Ranger.
Listen real quick. Listen real quick. PAW just said, "Yo, this." Listen, on a serious note, I'm not trying to be funny here. He did say this, and I'm not trying to act like this is funny because it's not. It's not funny, but it is funny. He said, Mustafa Ali. I hope to God it's not.
Shit, I forgot about him.
That's not the first time I've heard that.
That's disgusting.
For real.
If that's Mustafa Ali, I will stop watching AEW for 6 months.
I'm just saying, man, that's some shit that AEW would do. And it's or it's MJF. I mean, but everybody's saying it's MJF. I think Adam Cole's ankle is actually shattered. You can't be a fucking devil if your ankle is shattered. Ev, in my line, I asked you the question first. I said, "You think it's a work?" He said,
"I stubbed my toe yesterday, and I still can't walk the same." So I know.
Look. We were talking. Look. These sucker MCs. I'm hitting with the Evan Mack. These sucker MCs. They talk about stuff we talked about 6 weeks ago.
Sucker MCs, bro. Late to the party. But listen, let me keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Man. Listen, Jack Perry, Adam Cole, baby. Now listen, I will be Adam Cole. To Jay's point, makes the most sense. And we're talking about storyline and coherency. What do I want to appease me, to appease old Mackie? Dolph Ziggler. That's what I want. I want Dolph Ziggler for no rhyme, no reason, just to see a true, legitimate talent that can push the roster. And that's Nick. He can push the roster.
Mr. Nemus.
Yeah, he can push the roster. Listen, man. I said it before and I say it again. Dolph Ziggler's better than 99% of every wrestler on earth. He just is, though. But he is, though. What can't he do? I always call him Sean 2.0. That doesn't mean he's the upgraded version of Sean. I just call him that.
I did have a hot take that y'all didn't agree with about the zigzag, but hey.
Go ahead and say something stupid real quick so I go ahead and get real ignorant right here. Go ahead and say something ignorant.
I'm not ignorant. I just personally, I think his issue is his finisher.
Okay, his finisher is do.
I'm just telling you. Other than that, he's got everything. But
his finisher is do because
I'm gonna grab you by the neck and you hit the back of the mat and expect to get a 1, 2, 3. And then his signature move was the famous, which is Swagger Jack from Billy Gunn. And then the other move he was known for was the super kick, which he got from Shawn Michaels. And Shawn Michaels was who he was compared to, and Dolph Ziggler was always Shawn Michaels like and Shawn. Y'all just telling you what they said, Evan. That's what they said. I'm just telling you what they said. Tell me the lie I told. You tell me the lie I told. But I think that's the issue.
You didn't lie. You did not lie.
It's that those 3 things. Other than that, he's impeccable. He can cut a promo. He looks phenomenal. His hair is great. He's tan. He has a great voice. He can talk. Hey,
why
bro,
you do it like that then? Why you do
that's how he sounds.
Oh hell no, man.
Sometimes when you're a hater, you don't even know you're a hater.
Yeah, real talk, yo, Chef. Sometimes when you a hater, you don't even know you a hater. That was that moment right there when you hate.
Right, you know how right there. Sounds.
This sounds like secret Dolph Ziggler hatred.
No, with one of the best, my top 5 moments is when he cashed in.
That's my favorite cash in of all time. Me personally.
The Raw after. I'm talking about moments in history, but I'm just telling you his only flaw, and it's a major flaw. It's the same flaw I said with LA Knight. It's his finisher.
Oh, listen, PAW said it's not worse than Christian's finisher that everyone just pushes off.
Oh, man.
What are your thoughts on that?
Christian's 65 years old.
Yo, shut
Damn.
You had me at 64, but 65?
I'm just saying.
That's another one. When because even Jay says that he's the best heel in AW. That's not a good thing.
Did I tell a lie?
I don't need Christian being your best heel. That's not a good thing.
No, it's not. But it's
Christian is past his prime. I don't get it. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of old people thinking they still need to be around. Because I figured this out when I started getting old.
Out of here. I'm with it.
No, when I started getting real,
I didn't get over. That's a heel in AEW.
No, let me tell you how I figured this out. When I started hitting the court, and I was like, I'm done. I'm past my prime. But I'm saying like it's time for these young. I used to bang on people's heads all the time, posterizing people. I was like, I can't do that no more. You know what? It's time for the young bucks to do that. I'm done. But people don't know how to quit. People don't know when to quit. I'm all for Christian cutting promos, but I'm always like, but for what? To what end? He just cuts a cool promo every week. Is that what we doing? If that's what we tell me, if that's what we doing, and we cutting the promo, and you talking about somebody's daddy, here goes my point. Here goes my point.
About the dead daddy.
Exactly, but here goes my point. My point is, I've seen the best of Christian. I'm good. That's my point. So some people say I haven't. Have I not? I have not seen the best Christian yet. We haven't. Have we?
Unless they're going to make him the champ, which they won't. So
then what the hell we talking? I'm so tired of people telling me about Christian. Christian's time is past.
Some people say the TNT Championship is the best thing in AEW. I'm just telling you what some people say. I ain't said that bullshit.
Yo, we got somebody in there. We got somebody on this.
That says the TNT Championship is the second best championship in AEW. If you ask me, I think it's the international championship with Mr. Orange Cassidy. That's another story for another day. But to your point, originally, I do think it does say a major thing about the heels in AEW. And this is I guess a segue, if you will, baby. Like Dusty Rose would say, a segue, if you will. Yeah, I do a good job. It was okay.
That was a pretty good.
Thank you. Hey, all right, but it has something to do with MJF's title run. And did they pull the trigger a little bit early? We'll get to that later.
No.
If you
they pulled it. They pulled it too late.
Wait, what was they?
MJF should have had that title immediately.
I'm not talking about the title. I'm talking about, is he face or is he heel? I'm talking about that trigger. We get to that later, Daddy. We're gonna talk about that later, okay?
I don't know anything about anything they do. I just watch the product. I literally trying to rationalize logic with them. I've stopped doing it. I'm gonna keep it real. Seriously, I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Like I don't know. Like for example, no one talks about the biggest bag fumble in history is Wardlow. Me and Jay were there live when he was the most over wrestler in the company by far. When me and Jay pulled up to Baltimore, Jay, yes or no, was this dude not the most over in that arena, bro?
Insanity.
It was insane. And now don't nobody even care about him. He's the devil. I go, it won't matter. He's already beat
Devil stay Goldberg.
Or what if it was Goldberg? I'm cool with that.
Jeff Hardy and Goldberg had a baby. His name was Wardberg. You hear me?
What?
Yeah. I'm not lying to y'all.
This show is going off the rails, man.
If Jeff Hardy and Goldberg had a baby, his name would be Wardlow. I ain't lying to you.
Shut the hell up.
Who gave him a microphone?
I did.
That's my guy, baby. I appreciate you.
But great power comes great responsibility. Damn it. Listen. Okay. Listen. Okay. All right. Real quick. We gotta talk about it. I put this at here. I put this on the ticker. If you see the ticker, anyone take it away. I didn't have no premise for this. I just had what happened, and I would love to hear what you think when I put that down. You guys, let me know what you think about Liv Morgan being jammed.
They still locking people up for weed.
Yes, they are. Yes.
In Florida, right?
Florida.
You can do anything you want in Florida except smoke weed.
Except you can't have a bad.
I can have a rocket launcher in Florida right now and not get arrested.
Bro, you can roll around with a car full of straps, bro, to the nines. Don't have to worry about.
And be like, yo, I'm standing my ground. I'm like, okay.
She had a vape pen. And she had a half ounce of weed. Y'all locked her up for that. Not y'all. Look. I can understand if she was riding around with a pound. Like, damn, Liv, what you doing like that? Oh, she was smoking a blunt. Oh, they didn't say she was smoking a blunt. Hey, guys, we smelled an odor of marijuana, and we saw a vape pen. It could have been synthetic marijuana.
Yo, this cop sound like Dolph Ziggler right now. What you doing right now?
Hey, nah, he tried to be like that, baby. Hey, but that's how they sound, man. But it's unfortunate for her because now that's attached to her name, and people don't understand. Let me get serious for a second.
Get real.
People don't understand the type of reputation that can put on somebody, and it's just.
I agree.
Unfortunately, in certain areas, marijuana gets the same connotation it did 20 years ago, which it shouldn't.
In certain states,
yeah. So. Unfortunately, now she has to deal with that reputation, and now the WWE has to answer questions that they necessarily shouldn't even have had to answer the questions for. She had the belt, she got a mug shot. It's on social media.
She's a golden girl too. Shout out to Blanche. Right, she's a golden girl for real. You know what I mean?
Man, she was amazing, and they put that on her, man, for no reason, man. I think that it's messed up. Like Top Dollar said, they already did it, but Free Liv till it's backwards, and they shouldn't even have had that shit on her record or resume, because this is something that we're in 2023. 70% of the country is either eating an edible or they're smoking weed. Let's be honest. Like a lot of the country, like a lot of the country, bro, it's decriminalized. It's been decriminalized a long time ago. In Florida, y'all motherfuckers doing everything in Florida. But y'all locking her ass up for smoking some weed.
People got pet alligators. Like, yo, Jay, what's that, bro?
Yeah. You can have a pet cobra in freaking Florida, but you can't even smoke a blunt at the crib. She ain't even smoking in the car. She didn't get a DWI, nothing. Hey, she happened to have, excuse me, sir. She happened to have a half ounce of marijuana. Like, come on, man. She's tripping.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm being dead serious. She didn't get pulled over in a car?
She did.
So I'm sorry, guys. I disagree. A car's not a toy. I like this take. Yo, bring it down. I like this. Talk to the people. Talk to them. Marijuana. I'm all for responsible use of marijuana. I don't personally smoke, but I do this a little bit, and I take an Uber. I think you have not even a responsibility. You have an opportunity to set an example. You can smoke all the weed you want. You can eat all the edibles you want. You can take an Uber. You can go in the confines of your own humble abode. But I do believe you have, I believe you have a responsibility, but that's not for me to say. I believe you have an opportunity to set an example. And when you do that, and when you are a public figure, I just think that you need to exercise a little bit more responsibility and just say like, hey, this is what I do on my personal time, but your personal time is what affects you and only you. When there's an opportunity or potential to affect somebody else, if your reaction time's slower and you run over somebody or you make a bad decision and you hit something and you are in a car, you are now operating in society, in public. So in my humble opinion, and I'm not saying that I'm right, but it's just my opinion and that's all it is, I think that you're being irresponsible. And
but she wasn't arrested for using it though. She was arrested for simply having it in her possession. She wasn't arrested She wasn't arrested for a DUI or a DWI. She was simply arrested for having the possession of a controlled substance. And an other person. So it's like, I live in Missouri. I could go to a dispensary and get an ounce of weed and the police pull me over. Like, I shouldn't necessarily have to go to jail because I have an ounce of weed in my car. And if you didn't say I was smoking it, they're like I could have it. We talking about intricacies of laws.
Yeah.
And she did not smoke it. They did not say they smelled the odor of smoke. They didn't find any roaches. They didn't find anything that was used. They simply found a pen and they found weed. I mean, anybody can have weed. Doesn't mean you used it. It could have been hers, but it was her car.
See, DP, I read the article on WrestleZone.com, so I don't know how reputable that is, and that's what I hate about the internet and everything. So we can have a discussion, and if she wasn't high or she passes a drug test, I'd probably let her go. And you're right about that. So if she wasn't swerving and she wasn't weaving in and out of lanes,
I swerve when I drive.
See, here's my thing. If someone pulls you over and someone said, "You know why I pulled you over?" and she literally said, "I swerve when I drive," I'm like, "You're But
top rope, catch your butt.
Hey man, he hit that in Jacksonville too, baby.
He didn't hit it like nah. He didn't hit it like nah. I ain't know. I don't know if I like it
for that.
He was a little too stiff. I was like, how can you not do your own? I don't like that. It's like me not. I don't like that.
His ass should have been studying John Morant.
Why can't you hit the? How about you can't hit the nah swerve? Why can't you hit that nah, bro?
my only thing, guys, like I guess I don't know what the official story is because wrestling dirt sheet spreads so many things that aren't actually accurate. So I agree. If it's just in your car, you're transporting it home. I agree. It's a little bit. It's a little
nitpicky.
At the end of the day, I believe it'll probably just end up being a slap on the wrist.
She'll be fine.
A political prisoner, so I don't feel so much empathy for her. But I understand that it's a lot better than doing like pain pills and cocaine and stuff they did back in the day. And if you guys remember, like I'm a big RVD fan. He got pulled over for weed. I'm like, dude, I know you're a pothead, Rob. But like when you are he was a WWE champion, very different circumstances. I'm just saying, in different time with different rules, and the mystique of marijuana was still very, very alive. But at the same time, guys, like it's okay. Let's keep it $1.75. You're a white blonde girl. Like you're gonna get privileges other people are not afforded. So therefore, you have more of a responsibility, in my opinion, or an opportunity to say I'm going to be extra careful and not do anything even remotely questionable because people look up to me and because I am in this position that I am afforded these privileges. I'm not going to do anything even remotely close. So again, if that's what she wants to do and that's how she deals with her pain and anxiety, whatever it is, she might have a prescription. I don't know. I'm not judging her for that. I just think like there's so many, and this always brings me back. And I talked about it today and I got into conversation about this is why I have to bring it up. I know it's unrelated, but it made me think about it. And again, let me preface this to everyone listening, not related, not even close to the same thing.
Right.
It brought me back and I was pissed off about the Henry Ruggs situation in Las Vegas when the NFL players have enough money to afford an Uber or a limo service, and they have a car service, and this dude got inebriated and drove his car 100 million miles an hour and hit a lady and her dog.
Yo, she burned alive, man. That dude, this ass should be buried.
Sidebar, that accident is literally 100 feet from where I'm at right now. No joke.
Like absurd.
The dude, my man's crib right now. He literally lives right. Our mural is right on the wall, like right around the corner. It's wild, dude. I see it every day.
So my
shirt too big, dog. Yeah. I see you.
So what that made, I literally talked about this today with a guy that I was at this golf course with because he's a wrestling fan, and we were talking about it. I was like, anytime it's a car, I get a little bit triggered by it, I guess. But I just think that when you are in that position, I feel like she needed to take extra precautions, be a little bit extra careful, and say like, what could possibly happen? And that's what nobody ever thinks about. Like, what could happen?
What could happen?
Yeah.
Again, maybe it was nothing. And again, let me say one more time, that is not the same thing. But she's white blonde girl. She's afforded privileges that other people don't have. So in my opinion, you have an extra responsibility or an opportunity to provide a better example. And I feel like there was a chance to do that where she came up a little bit short.
Yeah. I agree with everything you say. Liv Morgan fine as hell on her mugshot though. I will put her over when
best mugshot of all.
You gotta put her over. You gotta put her over. She looked fine as hell. You
put her over, brother.
Now you gotta put her over, man, because she made a boo-boo. You gotta put her over, though. I've been holding on to
happens. That. If she had to pay her the stupid
Chris,
tax that she paid it. If anything, she paid the stupid tax, especially not knowing the laws in the state that you're in.
Yeah, that's a lot, and a lot of people don't, to be real, because you don't think it's going to apply to you until it applies to you. But to all of your points, and you guys make all great points, is you're right. She paid the stupid tax. The worst thing of all that happened to her, trust me, it happened. Her mugshot on social media. That trust me, that especially because she's a young lady, she's still young. She's in a different era than most of us are. She is feeling it. Trust, because she literally on a serious note, she's one of the sweetest human beings in the entire world. So trust me, she's feeling it because she's like she's a good person. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when you're a good person and you get raked through the coals and you get embarrassed the way she did, when I say she's learned her lesson, she's definitely learned. I can assure you.
I just want to chime in because I'm looking at a Yahoo article. So it says that she was pulled over because she crossed two solid yellow lines, which nowadays people are cracking down on traffic stuff like that. Even where I'm at, like they really crack down on if you go around cars to get to the turning lane, but you don't wait till the lane opens up or whatever. So it could be as simple as she was just trying to get around traffic to get to another turn lane, and if you cross the solid lines and the cops see you.
Whoopsie daisy.
But to JLC's point, you know what you got in your car. You need to know what you out here doing. You can't be out here breaking laws with illegal stuff in your illegal substance.
You gotta choke up 10 and 2, and then turn it blinker.
You better hit that blinker right there.
Whenever I won a Steve Weiser, I'm like this.
I hate every single one of y'all right now. Listen, PAW, like way back, had the best point of this whole topic. His point was like, where's it at? It was the best point of all time. He was like, what did he say? He said, he goes, I'm just glad it wasn't one of the Usos. I go, big facts.
Man.
Look, I was like,
if it would have been Jimmy again, hey, he might.
I was like, PAW, you make it. That's the best point of this.
His ass be in TNA in March. You hear me? That would have happened. Him and Trey would have been doing it big in TNA.
He talking about we the other bloodline.
He'd have got his world title run. You hear me?
I'm dead. I hate y'all so much.
Alcohol line.
I hate y'all so much. Hold on.
We just say it. We just tell the truth.
Elijah, listen. Elijah pulled up. He said, I think there's an age maturity and responsibility to all these discussions. At the end of the day, when you're in the limelight in any way, before you do anything, you have a choice to make. So I agree with Jay. And it's an opportunity. Regardless of what you partake in, when you make decisions that could alter your well-being or others, you have to deal with whatever the consequences may be. Brother, sister, daddy.
It sounds like she made a lapse in judgment in getting over, brother. Hey, there's laws on the road. They will get your ass.
Triple H is like, well, Liv isn't winning any titles at WrestleMania anytime soon.
Hey, they said she ain't losing her spot. They said that's what they said. That's what they said. Hey.
She'll be fine. She'll be fine.
After Jimmy Uso got his DUI, he still did main event WrestleMania.
Oh no, trust me. They've like a lot of the leagues, a lot of professional leagues, a lot of sports leagues. They've lessened. They put it like this. They're a governing body themselves. You know what I mean? The WWE is a governing body themselves. This looks bad.
They have their own list of laws. They're a private entity.
It looks bad publicly, but she's already had a talk. I don't listen. She's already had the talk. She's already had the meeting. She already feels really bad about it. They've trust me, they've addressed it, and they're gonna move on. I'm bringing this up because I don't care about anybody else's takes. I care about y'all's takes. That's why I'm bringing it up. But trust me, I'm telling you, she's a good person. So she
they're gonna talk about what we talk a month from now. They're gonna recycle what we talk about, give it to other people.
Listen. Finally, before I wrap this bad boy up, because I swear to God, man, y'all are crazy on here. Before I wrap this thing up, I'm gonna kick it to you, DP. I don't know if you read the thing, but I'm gonna start something. I'm gonna start this every week. I'm gonna start this every week. I'm gonna start with you, then I'm gonna go with Chef, and I'm gonna go with Jay, then I'm gonna end with me. And I wanted to give you the floor. I gotta go give me a drink real quick, but I'm gonna let you start. I'm gonna start doing around the horn.
Hold on, hold on. I gotta go grab something.
What? You about to get something? I'm about to get something. Damn, hold on, man.
What are we talking about?
Yo, Jay, entertain the people, man. I gotta get a drink, man. Go entertain the people, man. I'll talk
to Chef right now. We're gonna get the floor, Chef.
Yes.
Chef, because we didn't get to talk about it, just in case I don't see you until World's End on pay-per-view. And we'll talk. It was on the rundown. What do you guys think? I am an AEW fan, guys, but MJF is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. I do not like the new incarnation of MJF. Can we rate his title reign, please? Chef,
baby. I'm going last. Oh, baby.
I'm gonna give it like a C+ to a B-.
Ooh.
Like it's okay. Like I think it went too long.
What?
His title reign.
MJF's title reign. I took your segment. Chef's not feeling it. He said he barely.
No, he's only. It didn't like it. It's. I guess it's just a product of he was doing too much and doing everything, and he fought everybody, and there was never really a chance of him losing. And I don't know if they were just
that was my issue. That was my issue right there.
I think they were just trying to establish some sort of record reign, and it was at the consequence of all these other people who were deserving champs who should be champ by now.
Ooh.
You know, it's gotten stale.
Ooh.
I think the people are kind of over it. The fact that he kept winning. I think it was ridiculous when Jay White was just walking around with the title and he wasn't running to take the title back. Like if somebody come take Max at home title, he coming to get it back. Like you ain't. I'm not just gonna watch you hold my title on TV. I don't give a damn. Like I'm gonna meet you.
I'm coming to take the title.
He tried one time on TV. One time.
So I wasn't impressed by his face run. I didn't know it was necessary. I didn't know it was needed. I felt like
it was an opportunity for them as a company, because why would you take the person you've built to being the best heel, in your opinion, AEW's opinion, AEW fanboys' opinion, the best heel in the business?
My opinion.
Let's just make them babyface. Let's just make them babyface mid-title run. Let's say, like, screw it all.
It's his choice, though. That's his choice. It is his choice. It is his choice, but it doesn't matter whose choice it is if it's a bad decision. Oh, I agree with that.
It doesn't matter. I don't care who pulls the trigger. Somebody's dead.
Yeah, because that's the thing about with WWE, everyone always has their little finger point. Oh, it's Vince, it's Vince, it's Vince, it's Vince, it's Vince. With AEW, we already know whose choices it is. It's Big Tony, and if you listen to the Jerichos of the world, they say we make a lot of our own decisions.
They said there's no writers.
Okay, so with that being said,
and that's the main problem, because look,
WWE has too many writers, and AEW doesn't have enough writers.
Does Tony Khan have a tree that he learned under?
But that's what I'm trying to say is AEW doesn't have enough. WWE has too many. There needs to be a split. WWE has way too many writers. Way too many.
JMC, I give him at best a B, and worst a C+, but probably the and probably will fall as a B- because I felt they undercut him the moment he went babyface in the middle of this title run. It was too early, and you turn him heel, and then everybody got hurt. Punk left. It's an inopportune time. It's not his fault, but circumstances are circumstances. And I'm not saying he's an awful champion. What I'm saying is that he's dealt a bad hand. And as a matter of fact, and then when they got it going with Adam Cole, guess what happened? He shattered his ankle. So now we got to come with a devil. We got to come with some devil gimmick. And that ain't even going to work. And then now we're in December the 30th. Is he a babyface? Is he a heel? We don't know. Is he the devil? Is he not? Is he like Bully Ray from Aces and Eights? Are we going to ride with that? What are we doing? And It's honestly the better word is mid. His title run has been mid.
Ooh, Jay, what do you because they cooking your boy Jay? What do you got to say to these two fine, upstanding, God-fearing gentlemen?
I'm not saying this is fault. I'm just saying what he did.
What do you have to say to these fellas?
They're right because MJF won. How you can't take credit for every promo and every angle that you do and say that's
with the Barry Windham, yo.
MJF's very quick to take credit for a lot of his input being instilled on the television program when it's good, and then when it's not, you can't say, oh, that's Tony and everybody else. So I agree with him. It's a B probably at best, and at times it was an A+. But we're talking about the whole lineage of the longest title reign in AEW history. And if you're going to usurp Kenny Omega, I mean, even the Kenny Omega match came out of nowhere with no build. That's a pay-per-view match.
I have one more point that I forgot to mention. They forgot about the fact that he is not signed after 2020, January 1st, 2024, and they dropped the ball on that part. He'd say it in a promo as like, oh well, by the way, the Bitter 20 War of 2024. Yeah. He was saying it in passing.
I don't know if that allegedly. We don't know it. We don't know.
That's my point. Like you talked about it, you talked about it, and all of a sudden,
Yeah.
Listen, we're gonna end this show. I swear. We're about to end this show. It's hour 25.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, we're gonna end it. We're gonna hold on. Listen, hold on. I can do this all night. I try to maintain a semblance of protocol here, but I will tell you this. January 1st, 2024, Maxwell Jacob Freeman's contract comes up. It's almost poetic. January, at the end of January. To me, the greatest gimmick in the history of all wrestling is in St. Petersburg, Florida. Contracts up in January. Do you understand Maxwell Jacob Freeman? If you're listening to the sound of my voice, I'll send this to you, man. Do you know what you can do to the internet and to the world if you let that contract expire and you bring your narrow ass
and
to St. Petersburg and shows up as the 30th entry, and let's say you missed the Rumble. Yeah, come out at Raw. I'm telling you right now,
January 1st is Raw.
I will literally lose my mind. Yeah, Chef, even better. I think the Rumble would tear the doors off the place, but Chef, even better. Damn it, January 1st.
Evan would be in Burberry until WrestleMania.
I would run to Philadelphia butt naked.
Oh, speaks out.
Just a start.
He said, hey, y'all, what's that shadow coming? It's just Evan running down the street
with the Burberry being like top rope, when it back.
That's not even his music.
Man, top rope.
Y'all kill me.
Listen.
Hey, Evan, real quick, back on topic.
Yeah, because this is the last one. We go wrap it up. So every single week, I'm gonna go around the horn and I'm gonna get the fellas' favorite match of all time. I'm starting with DP, then I'm gonna go to Jeff, then I'm gonna kick it to Jay, and then we're gonna end with me. We're gonna do it week to week because I want people to have their own little moment to have as far as their favorite match. Not best match, your favorite wrestling match of all time, DPJR.
Wow. Evan, who do I think is the GOAT?
I believe you think it's Roro.
You know what time it is. Who is Roro chasing?
Hogan? What are you talking about? You talking about the original tribal chief?
So you said, yeah. I said Hogan. Yeah. So all right, then. Well, if help me out. Who did you say Roman Reigns would have to pin to the mat to be top 5?
You're going Rock Hogan. I know you're going Rock Hogan, but it's in order for Roman to be top 5, hell, I'll give him top 2. I'll give him top 2. He been where's Chef go? Where's Chef go?
He quit the business.
This show is so stupid.
I'm going with this dude right here.
This show is so
WrestleMania 18.
I knew it.
18.
I knew
You
it.
see him? You see him, Chef. Hey, Chef, he look down at you right now. You see the
literally
eyebrow?
watching that match yesterday.
Hey, look. If you ask me, that as a Rock fan, being at my grandmother's house on St. Patrick's Day, I remember that day. We pulled up, we all sat together, and we all watched that. And that as a biracial brother too, Rock is like me. I'm like the Rock. We and it's wonderful to see somebody like that on TV at the top of the game. And how often do you get to see Ali versus Tyson?
I agree.
How often do you get to see Tom Brady and Joe Montana go at it? How often do you see LeBron James and Michael Jordan get to go out in the finals?
You're right.
See Hogan versus The Rock, and The Rock finally got to win one.
So DP. So the reason why I like your answer, if you guys didn't hear, DP's answer is The Rock versus Hogan. And the reason why I like your answer, sidebar, Lucci in the chat, Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 21.
Oh, that's a great match.
Unbelievable match. PAW the Belt God, Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin. Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin 3. Unbelievable match as well. The reason why I like your answer, DP, is and I like it because The Rock won, which surprises me because Hogan don't let nobody win.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So that match would not be the same. I guarantee you, your answer would be different if Hogan won that match. I guarantee.
Absolutely.
Guarantee.
Well, I like as a child, see me, I think Rolo's my favorite as an adult, and I think he's the GOAT, but as a child, 14,
Dwayne Johnson.
The Rock.
He's an icon, bro.
Dude.
The Rock wasn't even in wrestling. He wasn't even wrestling for 6 years, and he's an icon. Think about that for a second. No one has made an impact in less time in wrestling history than Dwayne Johnson, and no one will take it away from him. He was in wrestling for a cup of coffee. He was barely there. and they talk about him as a pantheon great. Rock versus Hogan is amazing. That's why when I say in order for Roman to me to be the greatest of all time, he has to beat The Rock. He has to beat him. You can't be the GOAT unless you beat that dude. For me.
For
you. Shout out to Toronto. They tried to make him a heel.
I respect you, baby. I respect your opinion.
I can't give Roman Reigns the GOATs that I cannot. Just yesterday, everybody and their mama hated Roman. I can't let y'all get away with that. I can't let people get away with that.
Except me.
You're one of the few people, for real. Let's keep it real. Everyone likes to pretend like they was raising the one finger. Y'all hated this dude. Don't be telling me he the GOAT now. Don't.
Hey. Them sucker MCs are gonna miss him when he's gone. Them sucker MCs gonna miss me personally. I'm gonna lay my head easy on the pillow at night. I'm gonna rest. Y'all gonna be like, he's sad. He going. I'm like, no.
Dude's a madman.
I appreciate it, my God. I knew what he was, bro. You ain't got to worry about me. Y'all gonna be sad, not this.
The Rock
right here.
The Rock versus Hogan, WrestleMania 18. DP's pick now. I think he stole Chef's pick. So Chef gonna have to either come up with the case better or swerve when he drop or come up with the power of B next week.
I did my homework. I was like, ain't nobody gonna pick this match.
I can't believe you picked that. I'm serious. I can't believe you picked that. I can't believe you. I'm like serious. I ain't thinking a million years. It's not like saying it's a good match. I'm just saying I just can't believe that.
I think I gave it a pretty good description. I think.
No. You say you laid it. That's
hey, Chef, come with number 2, baby. Come with number 2. hey, Chef, walk clean up out of here. We're like that.
Listen, I'm done with this damn show.
Hey,
okay. Yeah, I'm done with this show. Yo, final thoughts, JMC. What you got, brother?
I'll make it quick. Favorite.
Oh no. Don't say it again. Don't do favorite match yet.
Oh, don't do it.
No, week to week. Everyone's gonna have their own little.
Came in like Joe Flacco and the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, don't give the crowd. Don't give the people what they want.
Best wrestling segment of the week. Heel Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins promo.
By far.
Drew McIntyre, like being a real human being. And
is he a heel though? Is
Yes.
he a heel?
Yes.
I mean, he man, sure.
I texted Evan and said he needs to attack Seth nefariously to solidify it. But every week, the fact that we're even thinking that, yes, we already know he turned heel. We saw him do it, but you're right. I was like,
I understand that. But the logic.
No, right. But we're not.
He's heel. He's heel.
We're so used to like nonsensical booking and stupid shit that we're like, oh, subtlety is lost on us. It's not, because we're like, wait, what are we missing? And then Seth, love it. Seth can be the architect. He can be everything. He can be the Joker to Batman, whatever. But then when he finally gets fired up and he takes off, and now he's doing it. In case you didn't notice, he did it with CM Punk. When he takes off the glasses, he speaks like a real human being now. I freaking love it. Seth Rollins, top of his game. Drew McIntyre,
top of his game.
All this, and then he stops acknowledging the crowd. As soon as he gets serious, if he continues that, Seth will be the best in the business, but Drew is right behind him. And honestly, like,
I see you looking at me, Chef.
I've
acknowledged him. I've acknowledged what he's doing. I see you, Chef. I see you looking at me.
Subtlety is a lost art in wrestling, and
subtlety is a lost art.
Love it. Drew and Seth knocked it out of the park. And again, I know Raw still has issues. It's 3 hours long, but my gosh, it's been pretty freaking good to be a wrestling fan the last couple of weeks.
Chef, final thoughts, my brother.
I got nothing else to say.
That's all that matters. Listen, as long as you got
JMC,
you ain't got it.
JMC finished the meal. We're fed. We're full. We good.
If Chef's who might argue with the Chef if he's like I've fed something.
It's over.
We good.
Listen, I appreciate y'all as always for hanging. Posting this thing ASAP. Yeah. Too big.
You better not be driving nowhere, JMC.
After the shit I was talking about, live. Better.
Yeah, because he's in Florida. He's in Florida right now. He's like, I swear, why not? I'm like, no, don't.
No, not at all.
Coming back to PA tomorrow, thank God. I hope Evan comes back too.
Yo, we out, man. I'll talk to y'all soon. Appreciate y'all for listening. Everybody in the chat, appreciate y'all as usual. Yo, Jerome, shout out to Jerome. Shout out to Lucci too, that was in the chat talking all kinds of stuff. Next week, we're going to do Chef's, I guess, second favorite match of all time.
Oh, I can't wait till next week. What you got, Chef? What you got, baby?
Yo, we out.
No, ye.